so we're going to take a look at Hidden Strike American Revolution today. I'm just getting set up. We'll see if people join us, so we'll wait just a few minutes before we actually jump into it. I'm getting on the old Cody computer here and see if we have got anything new and exciting. All right. Bring this up. We've got one person watching now. Two people watching now. But I'm not getting an image. I think this computer must be loading slowly. Okay. Then mute. All right. We will wait here, like I say, just a few moments, see if we can get more people to join us. Let me ask you, for those of you currently watching, can you hear okay? Let me move this forward just a hair. Actually, all right. I'm trying to find a good balance between having you be able to see it and then also being able to maneuver in front of it. I'm going to move a little bit closer here with the camera. And let's see. I will try to be louder. I don't have a microphone hooked up, so I will use my booming voice. Hopefully that helps. This is not a Victory Point Games. This is actually a Worthington Games. I did last week. I played Soviet Dawn, and that was a Worthington game. And I thought I'd play Hidden Strike because when I was playing Soviet Dawn, I was just roundly defeated by the dice, and I decided I did not want to be at the whim of the dice. So I'm going to play a game that has no dice in this game. Hang the camera from the roof, indeed. How does that look? Can you guys see everything okay, you think? Or do I kind of wanted to capture everything there. All right, like I say, we got 6 people now. Give it just about another couple of minutes. Actually, I know what I'll do. I'll go over to Facebook and post this, so hopefully we can get some people from there. Thank you, history teacher. I can't do it on that. That's stupid. All right, I have to do it. You know what? I'm just going to... yeah, unfortunately, I'm on my iPad. My Zoom doesn't really work too well. Here, let me see if I can... And I guess it does on here. I don't know if that does anything. Yeah, there you go. You can zoom there a little bit. I guess I don't need the discard piles so much. So maybe I'll just bring it in and try to look at the actual board here as best as I can. And I'll try to get that fitted for you. Let me just kind of even it out. I'm a little bit anal when it comes to these sorts of things, so there we go. All right, give me just a second. I'm going to run and go post this on YouTube, and then we'll get started. Or pardon me, I'm going to post it on Facebook. All right. So, we got 7 watching there. Okay. Hey, Lord Javi. Hello in San Antonio. Beautiful town. I never got to San Antonio. I wish I'd gotten there, but alas. All right, we're going to go ahead and get started now with a little game I like to call Hidden Strike American Revolution. In a nutshell, how the game is played is you've got 6 kind of contested areas. You've got Canada, New England, the northern colonies, mid-Atlantic, Tidewater, and the southern colonies. Now, I'm actually playing as the Americans. In fact, I am playing as Alexander Hamilton, who is, of course, one of our founding fathers, first Secretary of the Treasury, of course, after the American Revolution, and all-around swell fellow. So I'm going to be playing as Hamilton. I'll actually put this in front of me just because he's got a special ability I don't want to forget. What we're trying to do is control these colonies. Now, how a colony gets controlled and locked down is essentially as soon as one side has at least 8 points of units in that contested area, and at least 2 more than their opponent, then they lock that down. Then we're going to put one of these cards here. If the British take it, that goes there. If the Americans take it, it goes like that. So that's kind of how that works. We're going to be moving in units from the local force pools, but also we'll be able to move in units from kind of the Continental Army force pool and from Britain. And the British, of course, are going to have to bring stuff in by sea. If I have allied fleets, the French, essentially, if they're in these spaces, they won't be able to reinforce unless they have their guys there as well. So that's more or less how that is going to work. And I might have to look up some of the fleet deployment stuff. I've kind of forgotten some of that. So when we get to that point, I may need to look at the rules a little bit. Now also, how it works is I'm going to draw 3 cards. And that's my starting hand. And then the very first thing we do is we draw a British card. And the British card is going to tell us what unit deploys to where, which of the zones. And then I play one of my cards, which allows me to deploy units or do other fun and kooky things. Now, I should point out, too, that when I talk about points worth of units, essentially you have cubes, which are worth 1 point. You have kind of the smaller rectangles, which are regulars, they're worth 2 points, and then you have kind of the longer veteran units, and they are worth 3 points. Now, on my turn, I can either play a card and do what the card tells me, or I can discard 1 card to turn a cube into a regular, or I can discard 2 cards to turn a regular into a veteran. Now, that's basically, in a nutshell, how the game works. It's kind of a simple area control, trying to get the most points in a region. So let's go ahead. I will draw my first 3 cards. Any questions before we begin? Okay, I'm looking over my cards here. All right, got some fun and interesting things. Okay, so now we draw a British card. Grenadiers. Deploy in the region not under blockade, where the British are closest to losing or least ahead by points. Now, right now, because this is, we don't have any regions under blockade, blockade's not an issue, and we don't have the British losing anywhere, we essentially take their grenadier unit and we place it kind of in descending order. So we put that in Canada. So now the British currently control Canada with 2 points. Now, it is old Cody's turn, and he's in for some fun. I've got raid on Fort Ticonderoga, which I'm looking at. This allows me to remove 1 deployed 2-point British troop from either Canada, New England, or the northern colonies, except Native Americans, and the Native Americans are the purple. The blue are Continental Army, the kind of light blue are Minutemen, purple, which are on both sides, are Native Americans. You have the orange, which are kind of local loyalist forces. Then, of course, you have the red regular units, the yellow dragoons, and the green Hessians. You also have white American allies, the French, etc. Or I can deploy a Minuteman. I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to play the Stolen Artillery card, and I'm going to use that to remove this this army from Canada. And that way we can screw over the British right at the beginning of the game. I draw my hand back up to 3. Okay, now. Mohawk troop. And we're ignoring the special ability stuff because we're not playing with those rules. That's if you're playing a 2-player game. Essentially, we're deploying these Mohawks into Canada. So right off the bat, Canada is being pretty hotly contested. So I can deploy any one militia from its local force pool to its conflict zone. So I don't have any militia there. I've just got regulars. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to put this militia there in New England. So now I'm controlling New England with 1 point. Bring my hand back up to 3. All right, now the British are deploying grenadiers. Deploy in the region not under blockade where the British are closest to losing or least ahead by points. So now that I have points in New England, they are going to go ahead and deploy to New England. And they are beating me now there. But I have another militia card, and I'm going to go ahead and play it to put militia in New England. So now it is tied. Sauce for the goose, Mr. Savick. The odds are even. Okay, so now let's go ahead and see what the kooky British are going to do. Ooh, Admiral Howe. Okay, so normally he would counter blockade, meaning if there were an allied blockade, he'd go after it. Otherwise, he starts in the top region. So we put a British fleet marker there. All right. Militia rabble. Okay, so I've got some allied cards, and I can't really do anything with them until I get fleets out there. But I got a scout, which would allow me to rearrange the cards before placing them back, then deploy a Minuteman. Or I can place one of 3 cards at the bottom of the British draw deck, then return the remaining 2 cards. You know what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to take that card, and instead of playing it for the options, I'm just going to discard it, and I'm going to turn that guy in New England into a regular. So now, again, I'm leading in New England. Draw another card. Yeah, I like that Wrath of Khan. All right, let's take a look now at the next British movement here. Now, I should point out, the game will end if either the American deck or the British deck runs out. If either of those decks run out, game is over. You don't reshuffle. That'll end it. Or if ever all 6 are controlled, but really the fact of the matter is the first one can control 4 wins. If it's a tie, the British win, so I have to control 4 of these bad boys. If the British actually control 3, then it's game over. Okay. British Dragoons in the northern colonies. Dope. Okay, so they are deploying Dragoons to the northern colonies. I'm going to go ahead. I got another militia. I'm going to deploy militia to the northern colonies. They're still winning by 1. I draw a card. Okay. British. Ouch. Seneca. Get deployed to the northern colonies. We may lose the northern colonies here. They're already well ahead of us. All right, finally, I got an allied fleet. So I'm going to deploy, I'm actually going to try to deploy this lower so I can get some of these allies in there. I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to deploy my allied fleet. I'm going to do it at the Tidewater. So that's protected. Right now, the British cannot bring in forces from England. They can only deploy stuff from their local force pool. All right, bring my hand up to 3. Now it is the Loyalist militia. Oh, in the northern colonies. Guys, we may be losing the northern colonies here pretty freaking quick. All right. Here's something. We can deploy regulars from Canada's local force pool. Okay, so that's not bad. We'll bring in that. Now we're even in Canada. Bring my hand up to 3. Okay. Check out my next one. Dragoons, once again, in New England. Guys, we just lost New England. Pardon me. Was that New England? No. That's New England. Okay, no, we're still, I thought it was Northern Colonies. We're still good. We haven't lost that. Okay. Now I've got a buttload of Allied troops here. So I can only deploy them to here. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. I'm going to deploy some French forces to the Tidewater. Bring my hand up to 3. It's bad. I really was hoping we could do something up there, but honestly, I think we're screwed in the Northern Colonies. We might be able to recover in New England. Okay. Loyalist militia in Canada. Ouch, we're moving their orange into Canada. All right, what do I want to do here? Okay, I've got publication of common sense. Option 1, recruit a loyalist. Move 1, deploy loyalists from the British side of the region to the American side of the region, or deploy Minutemen. Oh, yes, this is so what I'm doing. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to recruit the militiamen, or the loyalists, to my side in the Northern Colonies. So, boom, instantly, the fortunes of war have changed for the British. Can I get a what? Not too many people know it, but that's actually an ancient American slang term. All right. Now, let's take a look at the British. It is the British, right? Yeah, because I just recruited that guy, so it's the British turn, yeah. All right. Hessians to the Mid-Atlantic. Mid-Atlantic is in play. Hessians to the Mid-Atlantic. But I've got another fleet. And I got to decide where I'm going to place this fleet. I can place it in the Northern Colonies and block that, where I do have a chance, and bring in reinforcements later. Or I can do it in New England. Sauce for the goose. The odds are even there once again. Shoot. Yeah, I think I'm going to deploy in the Northern Colonies. Okay. Bring my hand up to 3. British. Hessians in the Northern Colonies. Dang it. Okay. This is pretty getting scary now. Culpepper ring, reorder the top 3 cards, force any American player to secretly reveal. No, we don't need to do that. You know what I am going to do? This is a desperate play, but I really want to hold on the Northern Colonies. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to discard this to turn him into that guy. Okay, so if they get 2 more in there, I'm going to lose it, but I'm hoping I can play for time there. Okay, come on, not the Northern Colonies, not the Northern, oh, crap. Dang it. Shoot. All right, Northern Colonies, they're all in. Guess what? We just lost the Northern Colonies, folks. That is now the property of the British, and we cannot move. All these guys are locked in there. We can't move them out of there. The British invited the Hessians. Isn't that lame? All right, what do I want to do? So that's useless to me now that I placed that fleet there, and you only have so many fleets, so that really sucks. I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to make a play for the Tidewater again. I'm going to put some Spanish in Tidewater. Oh, they're over there, sorry, wrong side. Going to put those guys in the Tidewater, draw my hand up to 3. Okay, now, British. Okay, so the British now get a fleet card. This is actually in an unresolved region. Shoot, I was going to say that'd be great if it drew them there, but it goes to an unresolved region. So their fleet goes there. So now I can't block the British out of the Tidewater. Any chance you could call the British the Canadians here for the fun of it? What do you mean call them? I'm not sure I understand. But it's, okay, British, Canadians, I don't know. But, oh well, say levy. So So now it's me again, and I'm trying to figure out what I want to do. Okay, New England. Deploy the Native Americans into New England. I'm going to do that. Okay, so all my local forces are committed in New England, and it's even there in New England. Oh, call them Canadians? But I don't know. It was a combination. Well, I mean, it was the British and the Canadians, I guess. No, Hamilton only helps me. Well, I guess it does after resolving a region. So technically, I could have done that there, but I'm not going to worry about it because I missed it. It says after resolving a region. I thought it was just after I resolved regions in my favor, but it doesn't say that. It says any region. So I'm just going to ignore it and move on. All right, British fleet counters blockades. Otherwise, we go to the north. Okay, the British fleet is going to go in New England. Okay. All right, so they've got, no, where am I looking at? What's, and that is militia. Shoot. Okay, I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to deploy militia into the Tidewater. His special power is, after resolving a region, you may immediately deploy another card from your hand and then draw back as usual. Drawing up to 3. Okay, so now the British. Admiral Rooney. Hey, we got another British fleet out there. So the British fleet, let's resolve. No blockades. He's going here. Okay. Option 1, promote 2 militia deployed in the same region, or deploy a Minuteman. I'm going to do that. I'm going to deploy a Minuteman from here to there. Okay, if I get 2 more guys in there, I think, so Tidewater, I'm pretty sure I'm going to get the Tidewater. So let's draw this. Now the British. Another British fleet. And this one is going to go here. Okay, so that sucks. I can't blockade the British anywhere anymore. And that doesn't help me. But I am going to go ahead and deploy the French here, thus taking the Tidewater. So I control the Tidewater. The Americans have taken Virginia and the Chesapeake. And draw up. Now, let's take a look at the British, these bad boys. Oh wait, you know, I gotta do it again, right? I gotta do another card because we just took that. I'm gonna go ahead. I'm gonna do the PD in the Southern Colony. So we're the first in the Southern Colony. And draw again. Okay, so now it is the British. And the British get more troops in Canada. We may be losing Canada here, folks. I'm going to go ahead. I'm actually going to... Well, no, I'll wait on that. Okay, so this card I'm looking at, the Declaration of Independence, it lets me move units from local areas to other places. Now this is good because I can do march 1 American troop up to 2 points, or 2 troops for maximum of 3 points if publication of common sense has occurred. It has. So I can move 2 of these. So this guy is good because I can move him, and that one's resolved, so I can move him. So that's actually really, really good. So I'm going to go ahead and take these 2 guys. Now it's just a question of where I want to put them. And I think I'm going to deploy him in New England. That gives me an advantage in New England. If I can just get 2 more points in New England, I win. I'm sorry about that. It's my, I'm filming this on my iPad, and I apologize if that gets irritating. I'll try to stay out of there as much as I can. Okay, Hessians in Canada. Guess what, folks? That's Canada. Canada is British. Now I guess I can play this. I can do Alexander Hamilton. After resolving a region, you may immediately deploy. So I can do another card here. What does that say? This is an alternative universe in where a piece of North America land is floating in the galaxies, which kind of reminds me of the Dark City movie. Yeah, I can see that. All right. So I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to play my last Allied Fleet card. And where do I want him? I'm going to place him in the southern colonies there. And I draw another one. Okay. So again, Hamilton let me go twice there. No, pardon me. He let me play right after that event. That was a resolution. But now it is the British turn. Oh, and it's their final fleet. This is actually good. It doesn't bother me any because their last fleet, it's already decided. So all their fleets are out, so no surprises there. Okay, so I've got a forced march card. Deploy a Minuteman and move one deployed American troop up to 2 points from any unresolved region to any other unresolved region. Well, I like the deploy. I don't have to do everything on the card. I can do as much as I want. So, because I don't really like the idea of moving anything from an unresolved region, because that's the only place I've got militia that's unresolved, and I need it there for now. What have I got there? I got 4, 5, 6. Okay, I'm gonna actually just deploy the Minuteman. I'm gonna deploy the Minuteman there. I only need one more point in New England, and New England's mine. Okay, British. Mid-Atlantic. Ah, crap, this sucks. They get dragoons in the Mid-Atlantic. So, oh man, this is scary. This is getting tense, guys. All right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I only need one more point in New England, so I'm just going to do that. I'm going to go ahead and place my last militia in New England. And friends, that means New England with Boston is now part of the American Revolution. Well, it's one for the American Revolution. That's my John Adams impersonation. William Daniels is John Adams, to be precise. All right. So now, oh wait, and then I just did that, so I can go again with Hamilton. Here's a good one for Paul Revere, but we already did that. You know, Tidewater's good. Like nothing I can promote anywhere that makes sense, so I'm not gonna hold on that. Deploy one militia as usual, then move one militia from any local force pool to any adjacent local force pool. That doesn't really help me. One deployed American troop up to 2 points. Okay, so I'm just going to play Paul Revere, but I'm not going to do the ability. I'm just going to move one guy there in the Mid-Atlantic. All right, so the British have 2, and I have 2. Yes, you can. And I've been doing that a little bit, discarding cards, but you got to do it in a way that makes sense. And actually, yeah, you got to do it in a way that kind of makes sense here. So, in fact, when I promoted that one guy, I took him from there. I should have taken him from there. So I screwed up there. But I just corrected it. So, yes, I can do that, but I'm trying to get this all figured out. All right, now I just lost my train of thought. I played Paul Revere, right? So now it is the British. Southern colonies, they get the Hessians. Not good, not good, not good. So I'm going to go ahead and I am going to play this, the militia, to put my guy there. Bring my hand up to 3. Now it is the Grenadiers. Deploy in the region not under blockade where the British are closest to losing, or at least ahead by points. So there we're even. So really we only got the 2 in play now. Okay, so this is where they're even. So they get the guy there. Okay, I am going to I'm going to go ahead. I'm actually going to discard these 2 cards, which are useless to me now, in order to turn him into a regular. Actually, no, I only have to do 1 card, though, right? Yeah, I only have to do 1 card, so I will discard that 1 card to turn him into a regular. Bring my hand up to 3. Southern Colonies, Dragoons. Oh, crap, this sucks. Okay, hang on. How do I want to play this? Okay. So let's see. If they... I have to take 4 to win the game. So if they take 1 more, I can't win. So I got to play this right. And we haven't been seeing a lot of stuff from the Southern, so we know there's still a lot of Southern stuff in the deck. Oh, this sucks, this sucks, this sucks. So I can deploy there, but I got to figure out the best way to do it. I can elevate that guy with 2 cards to a but I'm going to wait on that. I'm going to go ahead, because it's only going to give me 1 point either way. I'm going to put that guy there. All right. This is Scary Perry. Okay, I got a good card, though. I got a good card. Hopefully, they won't deploy to the Southern Colonies. If they get 2 in the Southern Colonies, that's game. And they've got both their loyalists there. So any card could can it to them, unless I can get some fancy stuff done quick. Oh, Mid-Atlantic. Good. Okay. So this sucks, because now they're ahead in the Mid-Atlantic. Crap. I'm so worried about down here, I'm just letting that go to pot. Okay, but what I am doing is I'm playing that so I can transfer the French there. So now we're even in the Southern Colonies, so that's good. Bring my hand up to 3. Okay, the British, Mid-Atlantic. Guess what, guys? The British just won the game. Yeah, I can't win. I've only got 2, and if I get that, I get 3. British break the ties. No way I can win. I haven't won this one yet solo. I've won it as a co-op. When I played a co-op, I've won, but I haven't won the game in a solitaire game. No, Andrew, that's freaking awesome. God bless Canada and God bless Great Britain. Today, they're both fantastic countries. But back during the Revolution, they were rubbish. Listen, a lot of fun, guys. I'm glad you were able to join me tonight, and I'm glad everybody watched, and we'll try to do something like this again sometime soon. Still trying to work out a setup. I kind of like the idea of maybe trying to play a streaming game at least once a week, solitaire game, and it's an excuse for me to play a game and have an audience, and if there's one thing I love, it's an audience. Yeah, it is a quick game. And you know what? Quick game's a good game, in my opinion. I'd much rather have a game be short and leave you wanting more than a game that goes on and on and on, and you're just like, get it over, and you feel like you're going through the motions toward the end. Hey, thank you so much. I really appreciate you watching the big show, and stay tuned, and we'll do this again real soon. Thanks, guys. Bye-bye.